to hit a couple more buttons, and then we got this thing going live here. It's good when the buttons work, and I think they do now. Yeah, all right. There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Motivation on Demand. My name is John Guyton, and this is Motivation on Demand. If you haven't been here before, if you haven't done this before, it's real simple. Just get down on those comments. Let me know what you're thinking, what you're struggling with. It can just be a word too, right? If you just want to challenge me, that's fine too, right? You put a word there, a phrase, whatever, and I'll say it. And I'm gonna do it right now. As soon as this little song is over, I'm gonna put something in. I'm gonna put something together. So those of you who are on Instagram, those of you who are on what's up, Toko? Vodka, what's going on, man? What's good? Those of you on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, want to talk to you about something. I don't know what it is because I don't have your words yet. Very appropriate LinkedIn comment there. Oh, that's a YouTube comment. Nice. Okay, we have compound interest. Compound interest. That's, I can work with that. Cool. All right, so we've got compound interest. Let me just make sure I can look at all these chats. And now I can see them all. So hopefully you can see me, man. We're ready to rock. So, a few seconds. Look, if you're just getting here, again, you say it. You put it in the comments, and then I'll say it, all right? I'm going to put a little talk together for you. I think it'll be a good one. So we're just going to start that right now. All right, I am checking to see if Instagram is back on live. Because, yeah, that's kind of wild. I think we lost Instagram. So I'm going to try to get them back real quick. Technical difficulties. Usually I would have started by now. But in this case, public, yep. And we're here. Okay. All right, I think we're going to have to redo some things, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, I think we have to redo some stuff. I don't know what happened there, but that's okay. We're going to edit the stream. It says streaming, but that's not true because I see errors. So I don't know if you can see me or hear me, but we're going to fix that. Set to sending data. Yep. All right. I think I'm back on. I believe that I'm back on. I'm going to click the button and confirm. All right. I believe I'm back on. I apologize to Instagram because I think Instagram is the one that got the short end of the stick. But here we are. Let's jump right in. The word that I got so far, if you're just joining, is compound interest. Compound interest. That's a great word because I was just talking to my kids about compound interest the other day. Quite literally, was talking to them about, I wish that we knew more about this when we were younger, right? And I said to them, do you realize, and we busted out ChatGPT and we said, one of my daughters said, what if I invested half of my allowance? That ended up being like $6 a month or something. What if I invested $6 a month in the S&P 5000? And we did the math. We said, okay, if you did that and you increase your investment by 25% every single year, right? $6 a month, 25% every single year, you'd have a couple $1 million after 20, 30 years. Couple $1 million. And the kids were like, whoa. And then they said, well, what if I did this? It was $15 and I increased by this. And what if I did this and I doubled it? And I said, well, hold on. And so we started doing all this math. We started kind of working out what this whole compound interest thing was all about. And one of the kids kind of joked and said, well, I wish I would have known about this even sooner, right? Because the sooner you start, the better you are. And I said, well, you realize I've been talking to you about compound interest for a long time. They said, no, you haven't. I said, yeah, I sure have. So what do you mean? I said, well, it's not just about money. When people think about compound interest, they think money. And I said, how you do anything is how you do everything. They finished the statement because I say it all the time. And what I meant was one of my kids is a wrestler. And I said, if you took 10 shots a day, next year you'd have over 3,500 shots, right? You'd be 3,500 shots richer than you are right now. If you did 100 shots, right? You'd have 35,000 shots more than you have right now. And we started to kind of think about this. And what people do is they underestimate. They underestimate what they could do in a year, and they overestimate what they can do in a day. Overcomplicating something to make it seem as if it's this huge drawn out thing that has to be this huge drawn out thing. It does not have to be this drawn out thing. Compound interest exists everywhere. It exists in our self-talk, what we say to each other, what we say to ourselves. What am I saying to me? If your brain likes quantity, it doesn't know quality until it gets it or it doesn't, but it understands quantity. It's how much you say a thing. It's how much you say a thing. Oh, look at that. I wonder if you can still hear me. You can see that my wife is calling me at this very moment. And I'm not going to get up to change that. I think it's just going to go away at some stage. So we're going to experiment with what you see and what you hear. So this has turned into an ASMR kind of thing. So just listen to my voice. Oh, I think I'm back. What you do, right? Your self-talk. Think about the compound interest there. What are the things that you say to yourself every day? If you said affirmations every single day, 5, 6, 7 meaningful things every single day, how many times have you heard it in 10 days? How many times have you heard it in 30 days? How many times have you heard it in 6 months or a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years? You don't think that has an impact on your life? It has a huge impact on your life. What are the daily habits that you're establishing right now? What's the compound interest of confidence? If you do things to increase your confidence every single day, what's the compound interest in 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years? What's the compound interest of being a giving individual? What's the compound interest of thinking about the other person? Now, whether it's in your sales career, whether it's in your relationships, in your life, if you understand that being a giving person is going to change your life in a lot of different ways, what's the compound interest, right? What do you get at the end of the day when you do those things over the course of a month, a year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? What about gratitude? Do you know what happens to your brain when you practice gratitude on a daily basis? What about meditation, stillness? Compound interest is everywhere. The ability to be better, exponentially better than you were by doing something regularly. And here's the beautiful thing about compound interest. I'll bring it back to money. You can start investing at a young age, not a lot of money. Remember, the example with my kids started with $6, but ends a millionaire. Hey, that's just the numbers. That's just math. And it's easy for us to figure that out because it's numerical. It's math. You can count it, right? You can do the math. I can show my work. The problem with all the other aspects of compound interest, the things that don't have anything to do with money, is that there is no math to do. You can't numerically say what happens when you invest in gratitude, what happens when you invest in a mindset that sets you up for success, what happens when you're not thinking of scarcity, what happens when you're thinking in surplus. What are the things that change in your life? I can't tell you numerically what happens, but I can tell you that it's an exponential return on your investment. So yes, actual compound interest, actual investing over time, no matter what, is a good thing. The markets go up, the markets go down. Invest, 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 invest. Now, you're feeling like it, you don't feel like it. Yeah, still do those daily things. Still do the things that you know you're supposed to do. Have the discipline to do them when you don't feel like doing them. Practice gratitude. Have a giving mentality. Have some stillness, right? Practice confidence and competence. Get better every single day. Make sure your self-talk is supporting your goals. Make sure your environment is supporting your goals. The compound interest, the return on investment, I will argue, is far greater than anything you could possibly put a number on, because it's connected to every single thing that you do, no matter what. So start making an investment today. Stock market, sure, but start with yourself and see where that takes you. Yeah, not bad. All right, y'all. I got to go take a kid to a practice, I think. So I'm going to push off. But what I want you to do is to make an investment. Make an investment today. Could be your self-talk. Could be a lot of different things. No matter what it is, make sure that it's something that you're committing to. And do it no matter what, no matter how you feel about it, all right? I'm John Guyton. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me today. This is another episode of Motivation on Demand. My bad about the technical difficulties, but it is what it is. I'll holler at y'all later. And yeah, peace out.